Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. This is a Let's Build video. For everyone that's new, what do? I get a model kit and I show you guys how to put it together. If there's any points of concern on that sprue, like this area, you have to be careful when you're cutting, or there's really bad mold lines here or anything like that, it gives you guys heads up. Why do I do these? Two reasons. The first one is so I can get through models that I have, and the second reason is to give you guys a visual aid on how to put them together. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a second, guys. So what am I putting together today? This guy. Someone goes, who's that? What's that? This is the new warpsmith from Eldritch Omens Box. This is new Chaos Space Marine warpsmith. And before we get into anything else, just have a look at this sprue. Absolutely amazing. The backpack is just fantastic. He's got a choice of two different axe heads. There's one head there, yeah. There's another head this side. Okay, absolutely amazing sculpt. I'm actually really impressed. Really impressed with that. It's I mean, I look at that and when I first looked at it, I was like, well, my god, that's insane. How am I going to do that? How's that going to work? But upon studying it, I've realised, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Now, I say pretty straightforward because I went halves with my buddy on, well, not halves, but I chipped in some money for this box. And we worked out who's going to have what and what way it's going to work. But he spent the whole day gluing up the Eldari parts so he could give me the Chaos parts and give me the instructions. And he forgot to bring the instructions, so it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to be using super glue today. But one of my viewers, who I can't remember now, but I will give them a honourable mention in the Weekly Wednesday. They told me how to unclog this. And I'll cover this again in the Weekly Wednesday, but it's just that you need to light, burn the end, and it comes back out. So anyway, what we're going to need, as always, clippers, scraper, and I have some sanding sponge. I need to get some, actually cut another piece of that off because that's a bit worn out now. So, as always, when we're going to start with the model, we're going to identify everything that needs to be identified. I've already pointed a few bits out to you. But he's actually got 3 shoulder pads, and I think he only needs 2. So that's a nice. I mean, this one's a lovely. See that? Absolutely lovely. This one's nice as well, especially for dry brushing and stuff. So, obviously backpack. This is his front of his body. This is his back of his body. So obviously this is going to connect to this, and this is going to go on the back here. Okay, this is his front of his leg. That's his foot. So this piece here is going to go across here, and this piece is going to connect onto the bottom of this one. This is the upper leg that I'd imagine would go on here first, but it could be, has to go on first and that goes underneath. This goes on here, and then it's his arms and odds and sods. So anyway, I'm saying that because I don't have the instructions in front of me. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to take the 2 body parts off, okay, clean them down, and then just give them a dry fit. Now, as you can see, it's a little wide, one of his tendril swing comes out here. So what I would do is snip it. I wouldn't snip it here, okay. I would snip it further back here, so then it gives me more access to get into it. Yeah, it's such an amazing sculpt. Anyway, I'm going to just start clipping the bodies off, 2 body bits, and give them a clean up and see how they go. See you in a second, guys. Right. So, I have the 2 pieces. Okay. Very easy to put together. They just slot in nicely. But I will tell you this, guys. dirty mould line along this leg. I did give it a good clean down, and the same on the other side, but the other side's not too bad because this straight bit is actually there's a gum pouch here, so it just sort of disguises it a little bit, but you can just see it straight down that edge. But it's, yeah, straightforward. I've just been dry fitting bits and pieces together. It looks pretty straightforward. So I'm going to start with the plastic glue that's back to life now. And this just slots in, but see how this piece here, yeah, it slots into the little wire, slots into the other wire. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Okay. Now, see what we're going to do now is this foot goes on there. So this foot goes in there, the single foot. And this bad boy goes over the top. Okay. Like that. Let's get that on there first, I say. What I do is I'm going to run a bit of glue along the foot. There's like a little T section there, yeah? That's why I run the glue along, because that just slots in there. See that? Just slots in there. The little circle ball bit is on the foot itself. And it just slots in there. There's a little curve there for it. Now, on the other side of the foot, there's a little, I'm zoomed out a bit too far there. There's a bit zoomed in a bit too far. Let me zoom out a little bit. Have I done something with the brightness now? Haven't I? There we go. So it's in there, there's a little nook. Yeah. You see the light reflecting off of it. With this foot, there's the same little nook. See it? Yeah, and it just slots in there. So I'm going to put some glue onto it. I think I zoomed out a bit too far now. So that just slots in there like that. Hold it together. Now we're in business. Yeah. I'm going to leave it to dry for 5-10 minutes. Well, not 5-10 minutes, but I'm going to leave it to dry for a little bit. And then I might actually just put him on the base to start with. He's got this weird shaped base for some reason. I don't know why, but probably because all the tendrils that come around. So I'm going to probably do that. And then start looking at the backpack and the arms and stuff. See you guys. Right, whilst that's gluing, whilst that's drying, so I say, I'm going to take his arms off. Okay, now I still don't know which accent to choose. I do like this one. Absolutely mental. I think on the artwork he comes with this one, but I do like this one. But anyway, I'm going to cut the arms off, okay, and I'm going to clean them up and see what way how they dry fit in, because there is like a big chunky gap. Sorry, just moved all the sprue out the way. There's a big chunky gap under there. Now I'm presuming the backpack will take that up. I don't know. But so I haven't got the instructions. So what I'm going to do is take the arms off, dry fit them, see how they look. So I think I'll be able to get this arm on. Yeah, it's not an issue. And then That's the plasma pistol. So we'll see where we're at then after that. Right, so I've snipped the arms off, dry fit them. The plasma weapon goes on nice. The other arm I'm not too sure about, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the backpack off, okay, and the bottom half of the backpack, glue those two bits together, and then see how it sits on the model, probably put it onto the model so that I can see how the arm goes on. I'd imagine the arm goes on, but then the shoulder piece just covers it up. So now this piece, as you can see, look, it's all connected in there, so be very delicate with it. If you have to cut it here, okay? Just, I was able to get into every little bit, apart from this huge bit over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here. So now, yes, I put that little bit in there, but it's easier for me to get into like this, look, nice and easy. Flip it over, straight in to the claw. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you guys, be very careful with these bits because they are very, you know, they're thin plastic. So when you're cleaning lines of them, the sanding sponge is just so good because you can really support it and just give them once over. But it doesn't look like, apart from where I've just clipped it off, there's a little knobbly bit there. Doesn't actually look like there's any mould lines on it, which is great. Still check it. I just dropped something. Uh-oh. It wasn't the model pieces, but it was something else I just dropped. So this is the beauty of the sanding sponge. I can get right in there. It's a knobbly bit, still a bit tough. That's him, but it has left a little, it's a little bit of flash bit, so then I can get in with a sanding sponge. Now, there doesn't seem to be any moulding lines along any of this. This is nice. Let's give it a little once over just in case. See how this sits in here now. Now it goes straight up into there like that. I see it now. Nice and easy. Still leaves that horrible gap there that I'm not happy about. I wonder if that's that bit then. I'm going to snip that bit out and just see if it dry fits in there. See you soon, guys. Yes, that little weird shape fits perfectly in there. Okay, so I'm going to glue that in now. Probably should have gone on first of all, but I don't have the instructions here, so I can't see 100% what I'm meant to be doing. you will get in there. So I think I was meant to do that bit first. So if I was, guys, the bit's meant to go in there first. Just when you have the back piece, before you glue the front to it, put the back piece in there first, that little corner piece. It's not a big issue. It's in there, it's going to be covered up by everything else, but because there's a horrible joint line, I'm actually going to run some plastic glue in there. That's going to seal it nicely. So now I'm going to go back onto the backpack. I've just cleaned that as you saw, but then you see the bottom half of that. I'm going to clip that off, clean it up, and you'll see. Right, so I've taken it off and cleaned it. I started looking, how does that go? How does that go? This is how it goes. As simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's very, very easy. I like that. Those of you who know me, regulars here, I like very simple things. So it just makes life a hell of a lot easier. And the fact that I just tried it on there and it just stayed without having to be glued, so it's fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to glue the backpack onto him. Again, whether that's meant to be done that way or not, I'm not sure. Or we meant to do the other stuff first, I don't know, but I'm going for it. Yeah, we'll get on there like this, nice and easy. Just going to run a little bead along there, just to make sure it stays. That, oh wow, it's already exceptional. Such an exceptional sculpt. This is laying down for a second. Right, I'm going to leave it to dry for a minute. Right, so that's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue his plasma arm on. And again, I might have done this before. I might have to have done this beforehand because of the shoulder pad and everything else. So I'm going to take it, just rub it. So it's getting very tacky. And it should stay. Like this. So I'm going to dry. I'm actually going to put the other arm on as well. Actually, no, I'm not going to put the other arm on because I need to do the top of the staff first. I'll do that first and then glue the pieces together. Right. Excuse me. So, I've put the shoulder pad on. Okay. And I use this to put it to place. So I put glue on the inside. Let's show you this one. So I put glue on the inside and then just put it on the arm, and then I use this just to poke it into place. I clean and glued this head. Yeah, absolutely. Both heads are amazing, but I just like this one. So you can see it comes together nicely. Now with the axe head, the shaft of the axe fits nicely onto either head, but there's a little round piece which goes on the end here. There we are. See it? Yeah, it doesn't sit properly on there, I don't think. Maybe some of my giant fingers trying to squeeze it on. Yeah, it's on there nicely. Yeah, but I just prefer this axe head. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to take the pauldron. We're going to put glue on inside the pauldron, I'm going to stick the pauldron to the arm. Okay. Now you could put the arm on first, then put the pauldron on. Doesn't matter, either way. And then we're going to put some glue in there. I'm going to take Mr. Man, and we're going to glue that on. To stay. Make sure that the staff isn't bigger than where the foot goes. I'm going to go off camera and hold this. Let's see what you think, guys. Right. So if you can hear the rain in the background, it's actually hammering down outside. Now there's three tendril arms to go on the backpack there, yeah. But there's like 5 pieces here. Then let me explain to you. These ones on the backpack have a smooth bit where they fit, and there's 2 little knobble bits on the front of him, one there and one on the other side of him, that have some more. Now these guys, this one here, let's see, let's turn it around, is a little knobble piece, yeah, see it? Whereas the other ones are flat. So what we're going to do is take the knobbly pieces off, which is this one up here. And I believe it's this one down here. Okay. This is a bit of a pain to get into, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the sprue. So I end up with this. This is now a lot easier to get into. That big massive bit of sprue sticking and blocking me from getting into it. So I'm going to clean these 2 pieces down, and they will literally glue in. Pointer. They will glue in there and just in there. Yeah. All right. So they're cleaned up. We're going to go for it now. So I'm going to put glue in one. Start with this bad boy this side. It's going to be a bit of a fiddly thing. Again, maybe I should have done this one first. I'm going to go off camera and do this because this is going to be very fiddly, guys. There we go. Now both of them actually had the allocated sides. I thought it was just either one goes in anywhere, but they do actually both have allocated sides. So I actually think that's absolutely fantastic. Such a fantastic model. Wow. I'll leave it to dry for a minute, and I'm going to then start looking at what goes in where, because there are a few. This one here, this claw arm. Sorry, this claw arm here. Apart from that little wispy bit I need to clean off the top there. This is flat. So there's another one of these in there, so I think they go together to make like a little trapdoor sort of thing. Anyway. Right. So the first bit we're going to start with is this little piece. Okay. Now I know where that goes straight away. That's going to go on this bad boy. So let's get some glue, run some glue along it. Let's slide that on there. but it's very fiddly. There we go. It's a bit fiddly, but it looks absolutely fantastic. It looks like proper teeth and claws and, well, not claws, but proper teeth. Now, these three bits, as you can see, there's a little bit there that hangs off. So we'll have a look where this goes. I would probably start with the bottom one, to be honest with you. I think that's the middle one. The reason I start at the bottom one, because you're not then working your way up. Does it, or does it matter which way they go? I think it will matter which way they go. Yeah, that's the bottom one. Right, so I say that's the bottom one. I don't have instructions, so I can't honestly tell you. I am going to glue these off camera, but they just literally, that's not, I know that's not on perfect, but you get the idea of how they go on. So I'm going to do them off camera because they're going to be very fiddly and I'll be here for 10 minutes trying to get them on, so just see you soon, guys. Right, I'm glad I did it off camera because it's actually a pain in the backside. I dropped one on the floor, so I had to search for it for ages. But anyway, they are a pain in the backside. I would say start with the bottom one first, then the next one, then the next one. It was a little bit difficult to put together this model, but it's more fiddly than, you know, difficult. I would say it's absolutely amazing sculpt. Even the leg there, look, see the markings on the leg, the shoulder pad, everything's absolutely amazing. So guys, if this has helped you in any way, please like and subscribe, turn on your notifications. I'm going to show you some close-up pretty pictures now. I'm glad he's done. It's a bit of a pain backside just with the fiddly pieces, especially with my giant hands. Anyway guys, until next time, thanks for the pretty pictures, but I'll see you next time. Take it easy.